Hello, everyone, and welcome to another XTIVIA Live Session, B2B Marketing Trends and 2019 Event Takeaways with Lynn, Scheurell, and Don Volansky. My name is Alex Killian. I'm the video producer and editor on XTIVIA's marketing team. Before we dive into our live session this morning, I would love to tell you just a little bit about our company. XTIVIA was established in 1992. And we've established a proven reputation as a company that delivers leading edge IT solutions and technology support for our clients' specific requirements, regardless of the project's complexity. Our service areas include mobile app development, BIDW, CRM, ERP, data management, web portal, digital experience design, and EIM services and solutions. And XTIVIA's success stems from a demonstrated ability to deliver deep expertise via professional services. We try to empower our clients to leverage their chosen technology successfully, competitively, and profitably. And XTIVIA has offices in Colorado, New York, New Jersey, Missouri, Texas, and Virginia. And today we'll be hearing from Lynn Scheurell, the Lead Digital Strategist for XTIVIA. Lynn has been creating experiences through content and copy in digital marketing and messaging since 1998. She's known for her unique perspective, her positive, empowering mindset, and her abilities as a high communicator to deliver significant value. She translates complex concepts into simple clarity for practical action. And today we're also joined by Don Volansky. As a sales executive, Don provides technology systems consulting services with a focus on XTIVIA's BIDW practice for enterprises ready to innovate and implement strategic business solutions. Lynn and Don, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Happy to be here.
So let's talk about what you have seen at events this year. Don, you're our man on the street. Feet on the beat. I don't know. Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, that works. That works. Been around from Charlotte to Vegas to most recently Orlando, and I'll be heading out to Seattle here in a few weeks.
Holy moly. That is a schedule. That's keeping you on the road.
Sure. And out of trouble.
Or making trouble wherever you go. We know.
There you go. There you go.
So, well, really, we were kind of thinking that it might be interesting to just talk about kind of four main buckets of information. And
okay.
So we're going to cover what these are individually, but you can see our agenda is going to be around what enterprises are considering their digital priorities right now, what improvement projects they're looking at getting rolling if they haven't already, the challenges that they're facing as they do it, and the top investments that enterprises are currently making. So so let's talk about the first one. Let's talk about what are the digital priorities that we're seeing in the marketplace. And there's several. There's digital transformation, frictionless enterprise, and future-proof technology. These are all big words. Let's make it a little more real. So Don, what are you seeing when you're out there talking to people, or what have you heard? What do you know?
Sure. No, I've got a great example that is in play right now. So an account has reached out to us, and they're really looking for assistance around data integration and quality. They've had a crack team on it internally, and they are just struggling. I think one of the quotes that came out of it was a current state of chaos, right? And so after several months, they feel like they're just not as far down the path as they should be at this point with their integration needs. And so they're turning to us, and they're saying, hey, what is it you all purport to be experts within the industry? Can you help us understand where we're dropping the ball and not able to make headway? And so we're really hopeful that we'll be able to join their work in progress, if you will, and really dive deep into their ETL, extract, transform, load process, and assist them along the way with ingesting data from various or disparate resources, legacy and otherwise. So I think that is a perfect example within the realm of digital transformation of what's taking place and how potentially XTIVIA can step in and help.
Do you think digital transformation is kind of a new thing, or has this been around a while, just called something else? Or
No, yeah, exactly. That's a great pitch, right? So back in the day, if maybe an account is up there and they're like, digital transformation, I'm not exactly 100% sure what that is. Maybe those accounts would know it better as operational excellence. It had been known as that for quite a while. So we're just talking about helping operations and accounts achieve that next level or best level that they can put forth. And it's really a combination of not only the technology, but the enterprise architecture behind that technology and the processes that drive it.
And the people who drive them.
Yes, of course. The people, it goes without saying that the people are always involved, right? It's that triangle that anybody who's dealt with BI or enterprise information management knows. It's about the people, the technology, and the processes. It's those three that come together to really, form that stable formation that addressed. You can't have one spoken about without the others being considered as well and playing into the process.
Well, really, and that's like, I don't think we have time to cover it now, but that really kind of defines frictionless enterprise. You eliminate the constraints, you eliminate the limitations, you make things streamlined and flow. So, you and I, we could talk. You and I. So we should probably move to our next bucket, quote unquote, of information. So let's talk about the types of improvement projects that are the most valuable right now. And again, there's many. There's the personalized customer experience, including such things as self-service portals and apps, updating legacy systems, getting that legacy, that technology debt handled, having a strong data strategy. You got to start with the strategy, and then you can get into master data management, all kinds of stuff. Leveraging the cloud, integrating all your channels. That's where you're talking about APIs and things like that. And you also have to have loyalty and retention for both customers and employees, because as you just said, Don, it's all about the people. And so you have to look at ways to engage, especially emotional engagement. So I know that you have a story around, any one of, you probably have multiple stories, but I'm just gonna ask you to pick one.
Yeah, there really are so many examples here, Lynn, but, just by example, being at Summit User Group North America last week, we had an account approach us, and they are looking at upgrading their ERP system, and they came to the right place. They're considering, Business Central, which is a newer offering from Microsoft, but they're looking to really, from start to finish, look at what their current ERP offers, how that best integrates or roadmaps to the new offering via Business Central, and really all the hand-holding along the way from the integration aspects through new features and functionality that can be brought to the table via a platform like Business Central. And really, one of our XTIVIA's value adds is the fact that we have and we offer on-site support, right? And so we're able to see that project from start to finish all the way through. If they need feet on the ground at their location, we certainly are happy to do that. There's also a flair to the fact that our ERP practice has strong government ties, and this just happens to be a manufacturing company that is in that plays in the government space as well. So I think they feel, and we know for certain that they arrived at the right spot. We're the right vendor partner to assist them, as we've done countless other upgrades and migrations to really give them what they need to modernize their ERP platform.
That is amazing. I think you actually said something early on in that and all of that about XTIVIA knows how to hold hands really well.
No doubt about it. I mean, it's amazing being from event to event, and these events that I've attended they're a mixed bag, right? A couple of them are straight up user events, right? So I'm speaking with the database administrators and the people that are using the platforms. This event from this past week is more partners, right? And so you have a mix of vendors selling their services along with accounts looking for those services, as well as the users themselves, so a little bit of everything in between. But time and time again, regardless of the event, to have the people that scout us out that say, oh, wow, you're XTIVIA. I've heard good things about you. I've seen your site. I've heard from others. I just wanted to stop by, meet some people, have some conversations, and hear from you, myself, what it is that you all have to offer and why there's such a buzz about XTIVIA. So that always warms my heart to hear those comments come back and to see the smile on their faces when, whether it's myself or another colleague within the booth that engages with them and starts to talk about our know-how and really kind of demonstrate to them live how it is that we can assist them moving forward.
Well, and you know what's so nice about that is so often in the world of tech and digital enterprise, you never get to really meet people. So, you know, we do well in a virtual space too, but having that face-to-face connection and building those relationships is, you know, well, that's what you're doing. You're out on the road and you're doing that. So, and I know that makes your heart sing. You have a good heart, you're a good guy.
I love it. Oh, thanks.
So, okay, so let's talk about what are some of the challenges that we're seeing out there as, you know, we've got these priorities, we've got these types of improvement projects. Well, then next, of course, challenges are going to come up. That is a sign of growth. So what are the things that enterprises are facing? Well, rapid changes in technology, distilling insights from data. Data is one thing, but if you don't know how to use it, or if your line of business people don't know how to read it, or you're not able to get practical, actionable insights, it doesn't really help. You also have to manage your data, you know, everything from privacy to master data management to data governance committees, like all of that, and then showing ROI for all activities. So again, Don, let's distill this into something that's practical and actionable from what you've been seeing out there as you were attending events and working with our customers.
Sure. Sure. Well, Lynn, really, honestly, data isn't enough, and it hasn't been for a while, right? And so where I also see another big emphasis is with this whole notion around self-service, right? With the various technologies that are out there, the ease of dragging and dropping and having the business units and users being able to create their own reports and their own visualizations to tailor that information the way that it needs to be done versus maybe 5-10 years ago where they were relying upon some sort of internal IT organization to take their information and then re-represent to them what they thought they heard the business unit wants. You know, now it's more about giving the business units the tools to allow them to present that data and that information in a way that makes sense to them, that they'll really be able to help the company drive longer term and to some degree short-term goals based upon sound business decisions. So, you know, it's really about that aspect of allowing the people that know the details and the information the best to mold out of the data that they're allowed to put their hands on and bring forth answers back to management that will benefit the company in the long run.
Totally. Well, it's all about making informed decisions and being able to do that faster based on the information that you have about your specific people in your organization. So, you know, this is, you know, business intelligence at the highest level, right? Yeah, and we have, you know, in XTIVIA, we have a pretty significant division dedicated to just this. This morning, I was privileged enough to attend a presentation. You know, and I am a line of business person, you guys. I am not a techie. I just sort of speak enough to know, you know, what questions to ask and to break stuff. I'm a good breaker too. But, you know, with this, like, it is amazing to me how the breadth of what we do and how deep we can go. And, you know, we're a tech agnostic organization, so we can help with these challenges. We don't, when we get into a project, we handle whatever we find under the hood. You know, there's nothing that, you know, is too complex, right?
Yeah, and I just want to add to that. I mean, from the sales side of it or the business development side of it, I think that's one of the greatest things is that XTIVIA truly is not a one-trick pony, right? I mean, and especially the BI, there are so many tools that we have and can bring to the table. So, you know, depending upon what the account really needs, we're able to give an honest answer. We're not trying to shoehorn an account one way or another into a specific technology because that's the only technology we know. There are various options that we have at our fingertips that we can bring, to our accounts, various price points and whatnot. So I just find that is a tremendous benefit to anybody, out there and that we have engagements with.
Yeah, well, and I think too, I think our techies, I think they have a secret yen to try to solve things. So they don't mind when we get into all kinds of different things. But okay, well, let's, I know we have limited time and we have so much to cover and so much to share, but let's talk about what are the top investments enterprises should be making as we're ending 2019, going into 2020. And this is just a smattering of what we're seeing out there. As a digital strategist, I look at this stuff all the time. And so, journey mapping, so important. You've got to know where your people are going, what they're expecting, what they need, what the assets are at each touch point, what the experience should be. This is also key to have strategy planning, having a customer relationship management system for personalization and getting those insights that Don was just talking about, and having a unified view of your customer, making it easy to personalize marketing, having marketing automation at your fingertips, having inventory processing right there integrated with your sales process, and then data governance. Of course, we've been talking about that with APIs and business intelligence and data warehousing and all of everything that means. And then cloud, of course, that is, things are, and it can be in the cloud, on-prem, or a hybrid. And we work with all of those. We work with different kinds of clouds. I don't know, Don, you take it away, Mr. Rainmaker.
Oh my gosh. I mean, seriously. And I'm just going to start with the last thing that you mentioned, which is cloud, right? So we can help with both Azure, as you well know, as well as AWS, to the largest offerings that are out there. But that's what really Microsoft Inspire was all about. I mean, a good portion of their core note speeches was around the fact that, SQL Server 2008 just end dated July 9th, right? And Windows Server is going away in January 2020. So there's the whole opportunity, and this is just one small example of where you could employ Azure, is that step in modernization for your platforms, along with increasing your end life, because if accounts choose to go the way of Azure, they don't necessarily have to upgrade immediately to the latest and greatest SQL Server offering. They will be given 3 more years of support by simply jumping to Azure. And so taking that leap and going to the cloud, lots of talk. But like I said, that's just one very small example out there that kind of demonstrates what might be going on in the industry.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even know, there's so much to choose from. So I'm going to ask a loaded question and a leading question, but what happens, say an enterprise comes to us and says, look, we are in this process of up-leveling. Where do we start? How do we handle that as an organization? Can you speak to that a little bit?
So what we're going to do is we're going to take the time necessary to really dig in and listen to what their needs are, because you're exactly right. There isn't just one answer and there just isn't one technology, but it's really XTIVIA doing the due diligence up front to find out from the client, who are they? What are they about? What does their current architecture look like? Have they already chosen tools for the future? If so, what are those tools so we can consider that? But it's really kind of taking a look underneath the hood and figuring out who is the customer, where are they currently within their architectural space, where do they want to go? And we don't ever create something without thinking about scalability, because just because something is the way that it is this year or next year or the next 5 years from now, we want to make sure that whatever it is that we're building for a client has that scalability function and can be utilized with multiple different platforms and technologies moving forward. So I'm not sure if that was the answer that you were looking for, but that's really what we do on each and every call, whether it's a new account or someone that has been brought to us as a referral. We start from the ground and work our way up.
I love it. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, what occurs to me as you're saying this, and I never thought of it like this before, but our in-house experts are bilingual. They speak tech and they speak business, right?
That's right.
So yeah,
and
that's
we say that we're passionate about our data, and if you can tell us what it is that you want, we'll figure a way to build that vision for you.
There you go. There you go. We actually have a slide with some of our customer, representation of our customers, and every single one of them, we're just so honored. These are just some of our esteemed customers. It's exciting when they bring new ideas and they're looking for innovations. We partner well too. We like people. We like to, we play and work well with others. So, there's all kinds of opportunities for us. And, in fact, we've got people saying some really nice things about us. We were awarded a Great Places to Work this year. So the next slide, here we go. Like we're a great place to work. Our employees even like us. We're in the Inc. 5000. We got the CRM Excellence this year from TMC, the TMC Award. Our CTO is in the Forbes Technology Council. We are just so excited and honored to have, we're a Microsoft Gold partner. We do a lot of different things. I'm kind of turning this into a shameless plug. I know, I just get excited. I get excited. So, our goal was really to share, what's happening in terms of trends and, event takeaways, what enterprises are focusing on, how to finish the year strong, how to really get fresh momentum right away in 2020. If there is anything in here that has struck, a resonant note within you and you want to talk with Don or myself, I think there's a slide that shows how you can reach us. And usually I'm on video, you guys, but my internet has been so intermittent. I just didn't want to risk losing it again. So that's why you're just seeing my smiling face there. And there's Don's smiling face. So, and we're nice people. We like to just chat, and it's, no obligation. This is not a high sales, pressure pitch or anything. Like, that's not what this is about. This is about we just like to make some friends. So if you want to have a chat about anything that we talked about or anything that your organization is facing, we're here for you. We got your back. Any last words, Don?
Hey, you know what? Great job, Lynn. Thank you for having me as a part of this open discussion and forum. And, something I heard a long time ago, previous company, whatever, but I make no bones about taking it with me when I left, because I think it's great. And that is, making friends is now our business at XTIVIA. So we're out there, we're always open, and we love to speak with you. So please reach out and have a conversation with us. I know we can help you.
Absolutely. Yes. All right. I think that means it's Alex's turn to talk.
Well, Don and Lynn, thank you so much. So much valuable information, and honestly, just really fun to hear you guys talk. Felt like
yes, this was very planned. We had it all extremely scripted out and very high. It was totally planned.
Worked for this. We worked on this one for weeks in advance. And
Well, as a reminder, these XTIVIA Live Sessions are happening every fourth Thursday of the month, so make sure to tune in for the next one. And if you enjoyed this live session, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of these resources. And thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Have a great Thursday.